Okay, hello and welcome everyone to what is the first C1 race of the season here at RLH. We've got a number of C1 drivers plus a few reserves. Some people joining during qualifying as well, so we shall be seeing a few more driving. Sorry for being a little bit late there. Something came up very last second. So here we go. And I think, yeah, let's go Andre Ivan, who, I think if I remember correctly, this is going my own. It's the first race of the season, so no tables or standings to go through. But yeah, Andre Ivan was one of the first drivers I've raced and commentated on here, and ever actually. Back when we had the Romanian league in RLH, certainly growing, I'd say, over the time. I'm going to go and get the stream up on my phone next to me as well, but watching this on board, a little bit of a struggle through turn 10 by the looks of it, but gets through, and it's Shaq in the Shaq in the chat. It is back. No commentary unfortunately last night on C2 and C3, but yeah, we are back tonight with first comms of the season. It's actually showing this as an outlap now, which I don't really understand, game being weird, but I'm sure this is a fast lap. As we'll see the DRS open up for the run to the line. Yellow flags elsewhere, but it's a 1:26.1 to kick things off here. Oh, and Skipsy, is that at turn 3? I think Skipsy's went off. Let's see, Woolsey's going to be going through the area. Yeah, he's delivered himself into turn 3, so I'm sure we'll see him in the chat very soon. He was asking, when's it going live? Well, it is, but it's not went too well. Fastest car out there now is a 26 flat. C2, just for reference, last night, very interesting with the most of the field covered by less than a second, but the fastest lap in that being what is the fastest lap right now, which is a 25.3, around that range was the pole time, and we're only on that with first runs, at least for one driver in his McLaren, which is Needham. Specifically, also Woolsey, one of the C3 drivers, but we'll see exactly what he can pull off as well. The second of the McLaren's also a C3 driver reserving tonight. DRS to the line for Woolsey, and it's second place at 25.7. Someone that I've been definitely told to watch out for is this one here, Troy. So we'll see how well that goes by keeping an eye on his first timed lap. Prin's out as well. Don't know what happened there, actually missed that, but Prin's out and not setting a lap. Yellow flags, people going into the pits, but through turn 2, through into turn 3, this lovely run down to turn 4 with a big braking point. A wide run through to take as much track as possible, and taking as much off track as possible. We've got to be careful though, the curbs can be lethal, particularly in this year's game. let's hopefully, as right now we only have 14, hopefully a few more joining, we'll have we'll have as little DNFs as possible. Just before 50-metre board braking, turn in at turn 11's 12 here. Just a purple middle sector according to the mini map, so just a couple of straights in the final corner to go. It's quite a short last sector, all about the top end speed really for the final sector in Bahrain. DRS to the line, and it is well, pole position at least for now. 11 minutes to go still, of course. Yep, Bryn's definitely the potential pole, definitely out the window at this point for yourself. As we watch another one of our reserves going purple, 2/10 up on what is that, a second lap on the softs. He'll be getting a run to the line, and we'll be looking to challenge Wolvesy's third, maybe even further. It's a purple sector again. DRS to the line. I was going to say that quite a lot during this qualifying. He actually beats by a tenth Wolvesy into third, just well behind his teammate really, who maybe looking for a tow at some point. I don't know. Let's see. Actually, is that in a slow lap? So who's it's? Oh, that was bad timing. Didn't see the spin for Benny, but again another reserve, and seemingly having a bit of issues with his AlphaTauri right now. Oh, I missed Yari. I almost done it again. 125.1. Seemingly got the pace in his Red Bull. And it still says 0 laps, but I'm pretty sure he just set that time on these softs, because it was Troy that was top of the pack. Alright, I'm not even sure what this lap's looking like right now. Decent turn 10, but no DRS, so it is a slow lap. So let's see who else is out there. Yeah, this is definitely a... oh no, he's just finished his slow lap. This is the Alpine driver. I'm probably going to have to get used to saying that. It's always been Renault. Well wide through turn 8, so I'm not sure it's going to be a great lap. Although it might have been he's made his run to turn 9 and 10, but the lock up there will not have helped. Where's his teammate? Right behind him, in fact. So too much not teammate, sorry, that's a Williams. I was just looking at the colours, which are very similar. A lot of blue on the grid this year. A full second up is the Williams driver. That would get him right inside that top 4, top 5, top 4, and I think he'd be relatively happy with that on a second run. We've got it to the line again, and it's actually going to be 1.3 improvement, just behind Troy. And let's have a look. We've got Nadim. He's coming round again. He's slightly up on his time, as you would have seen. It's a bit of an awkward shoot. And through the final corner, looks really good there actually. And let's see what he can put in to finish. Well, improvement. It's a slight improvement and gets him back into third place. Very close, the top 4. See, Wolsey's, I think he's just starting a lap here in his Mercedes. And yeah, there's one of the drivers that said they could join during qualifying. I'm not even going to attempt the Mercedes that has just joined at some point. But yeah, he's oh, that's a way wide, and Wilsey's lucky not to be just spot out by the curb. But that's an invalidation. Maggots just improved his time, I believe, to 5th place. Troy back out there on a fast lap. Yeah, also back out there, but he's on an out lap. So let's see his closest challenge, and I say that loosely, as well, you can see that 3rd and 4th are literally separated by nothing, and it's only 5 thousandths to the Alfa Romeo driver. In 2nd place, seemingly having a good run here at the end of the second sector. Almost a 10th up. There isn't much in this. How much more can they actually gain is a good question. I don't think it'll be very much. It's going to be very close for this pole position. And can the reserve get himself on pole? Right now it is. We're almost at the point where we're ducking into the 24s. It's a 25 flat. Yeah, we'll now be looking. Oh, and something went wrong here. Because he's behind Woolsey. Yeah, that's going to have at least put him off. Woolsey having issues there. I think this is going to be so. We'll see when it gets to the next break of the we got DRS down this back straight. Turn 11, one of the major overtaking points in the DRS straight. So it's turns 1, turns 4, turns 11 where you'll be expecting overtakes. Let's not count out other overtakes in other places, like for instance into the final corner or even elsewhere. I've seen a few of them on the race last night in C2, but yeah, Yari into the pit, I think, slowed down by others. Benny's off again. He's not having a good day of it, and it's at the same corner as well. Ridders, he's starting a lap, I think. Just waiting. He seems to be, yeah, just starting a lap. DRS turn 4, passes the Williams on an in or out lap. You can see the definitely different racing techniques, or at least qualifying techniques to get a fast first lap. That was really risky on the curb, but just about got away with it, but not on that time. He's ran way over the curb and invalidated the lap. Who is coming? Is it... oh, and off track goes Fast for You. Where exactly is he on? It's down at turn 11. Let's see. Maggots just started an out lap. Its teammate just passing the Ferrari. Everyone else is pit, so I really don't know why he's off there. And I know for a fact that if you do that, trying to let people pass, it will just invalidate your next lap as well. How do I know that? Because I did it. Just letting people pass was off the track, and it said, nope, you've been off the track too long, invalidate, and he's got no reason really to be out there. But anyway, Williams. So we will see the Williams driver. Well, you've been seeing him. I got interrupted for a second there. Time looks not too bad for Sector 1. We'll see the timing screens for Sector 2. Anybody who was watching could tell me what happened with Sector 1. But yeah, so P4 right now, but like I said, it's nose to tail really for the first four. Even Maggot's getting closer to that. I say closer. If the racing pace is... Sorry, if the racing pace is actually similar, then truth is we might actually be looking at a 4-horse race. And let's see, as the Williams comes up to the line, DRS out and open, and it is just pole. It is so close at the top. What an improvement though. And it's Yari who is here again, going for it again. I've got to be looking at this battle for who I think is in the battle for pole. It's almost a 2-tenth improvement by Yari. He's looking to drop it into the 1:24 range. Oh, but we have got a crash ahead. Or actually no, it was behind, so he'll just about get away with that. It was the, I think, Alpine, if I'm correct with the colour scheme, that's went off at the curb. I remember seeing a lot of people run wide, but it has spat out the Alpine. But yeah, coming to the line now, well, not to the line, final corner to traverse. But he does that fine, and I think this could be our pole lap that we've been watching here. And it is, at least at the moment, 24.9 for Yari. Watch Troy, yeah. He's really close as well. Yeah, it's a slow lap there. And weirdly enough, it was right in front of him. I think the Troy tried to take a bit of slipstream. Very clever on his part to do that. Alfa Romeo, almost said AlphaTauri for some reason. Having a look at the other times, yeah, this is the last chance for pole, and can he do it? He needs an improvement just over a tenth. He's took a weird line to the final corner, but it might just work out. It does. It's a 24.926 to beat out Yari's 24.944, and the reserve from C3 is taking pole here in C1. That's I hope that I'm actually definitely looking at the right Teflon when I'm saying this, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that would be correct. So we run through the grid. It's Troy and Pole, Swedish driver, as you can see. Yari in second, Bracken, I'm trying my best here, Williams in third, Nadim in fourth, Maggot in fifth, Wilsey sixth, Clears in seventh, Karash in eighth, Andre Ivan ninth, Askar in 10th, Riders in 11th, Benny 12th, Fast for You 13th, Prince 14th, sitting no time, and Skipsy in 15th, also sitting no time. 15 drivers to take the grid. So we wait for the drivers to set their their strategies. Interesting strategy calls we'll see, I think. But the hards, to put it plainly, are just horrid. Therefore, we'll see what people decide to do. Will it be a two-stop? Arguably preferable is the two-stop. Could we see the one-stop of the mediums, hards, or even soft, medium, soft? It is possible. Because the mediums actually don't wear as much as you think. Of course, it all will definitely all come down to safety cars, just where you end up on the grid. Of course, any damage, and of course fuel savings. Not able to change it unless it's under the safety car. To lean, you can't put it into rich to help you overtake. It's in full racing conditions, it's always got to be in standard, so you really got to take a risk at how much fuel you put in, and do you expect enough safety cars to make up that fuel, or will you have to do a lot of lifting and coasting to get to the end? That's going to be the question going through a lot of the drivers' minds. So we'll see how that works out. So top 10 starting the softs that they start on. Everyone outside the top 10 starts on the mediums, and look at that, it says basically two stop for anybody inside the top 10, and a one stop mediums to hard, or a two stop medium, two mediums and a soft outside the top 10. So we'll see what drivers decide to do. That's obviously game predictions. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what the drivers will do. We've got a weird gap for the last 3. Oh wait, what? Yeah, just a bit of a gap there that really doesn't help the leaders. I think Troy decided to slow it down at the end to make it bunch up a lot more. As he now takes line, this is all computer controlled at this point, and yeah, they ended up kind of lining up all at the same time. So just about to get this show on the way. First race of the season is C1. Who's going to come out on top? We still waiting. Nobody joined during the formation lap, so we should be fine. Huh. Not again. As everyone's at the... yeah, everyone's waiting to go. Oh well, I think we know what the problem is. Yeah, there we go. Now we're going. And the lights are now out after a long wait. And let's see. Oh, someone's went skidding off. It's Andre Ivan. Don't know if he was touched or if he's just lost it under the control. And there's a crash at the front between Troy and... see, oh goodness, quite a few drivers having issues. A bit of weaving going on for the Alpine. I don't know why he's in that, but that is not a safety car. Nope, there's no safety car yet. It's a battle right up in the front, but of course Troy's got damage. It couldn't be more obvious with him skating across, so that's going to cause some issues. That's a move coming by Skipsy right up the inside. A little bit of touching, I think, on... that would be Nadim, I think, yeah. And Ridders has the slot in behind. Alpine of Yukart is up into third, according to this. I don't know how accurate that is, but yeah, Yari out in front may have damage because he was kind of pushed about a bit, but it's the Williams. Let's see the positions that were made up. Yeah, what a big, massive get off the line. Skipsy as well. Maggot dropped to the back, so that was the Williams that had issues. And then we see him disappearing to where he actually is, don't we? Okay, that was being weird. But yeah, so it's Skipsy actually up in 5th. And it's Troy and the Ferrari as well, not Skipsy, the Ferrari. Who's, yeah, we're just seeing some issues with the timing screens. No surprises. Hi there, Hus. Yeah, well, definitely a bit, yeah. I don't know necessarily where he came from, because as you can see, he started in... Let's just wait for this to fix itself, but he started in 8th. According to the game. Yeah, he started in 8th. So the fact that he was anywhere near that place was unbelievable. And just so you know, it's not Andre Ivan Leiden, because he had an issue extremely early, and he is actually situated in last place. Wait for the timing screens to fix themselves before we really see the gaps and what's going on. Well, there you go. We see Wilsey in 3rd. So maybe it was actually Wilsey, not the other Mercedes, and I've made the mistake there. Hold on. Is he a lap down? Yeah, I think somehow he's already a lap down the Alpine that this McLaren is ahead of, and also trying to battle with Wilsey. So we'll see what happens between them. Ridder's let's see if he's really that close to Prince. No, he really isn't. Who is close to him is Nadim. So we'll watch see where he comes, and the Mercedes right behind us. So this is a battle in the midfield, but looks to be our only actual battle on track. Although someone's spun it, and I think it's Woolsey, and he's going to have to be patient. Actually took much longer for the rest of them to come than I thought. But he still drops down to 9th place as cars start making up places at the mistakes of others. The now first of the Mercedes, after Woolsey spun it, is now got DRS on Nadim in the McLaren, and looks to just fly right past and gets the job done quite easily. But of course that's the benefit of the DRS, which is now going to be felt for the McLaren behind, who's going to make a move probably into turn 4. Doesn't take the slipstream, which would have helped him, and therefore he will stay behind in turn 4, never really getting close enough to make any move. Looking up and down, still enjoying this battle between the McLaren and the Mercedes. Both with the same engine as Woolsey's. Oh no, Woolsey. Full safety car out, and yeah, there we go. That's called getting wide on this. Absolutely horrible curve, and it's spitting you out over in that. Well, he's actually gone now, but yeah, just that's the unfortunateness of. I mean, that could happen last year's game too, definitely, but it's seemingly happening a lot more often. But here we go, on the softs, this should be interesting. Let's actually switch into tyre information. Because, yeah, so Benny pitted early onto the hards, clearly with... Right, you can't do that, he's still overtaking during the safety car. Yeah, he's caused issues. What the heck? It was definitely glitches with the timing screen. No, okay. Is this causing issues for other people, or is it just himself? So anyway, we'll watch what's going on in front instead of worrying about that right now. But what we have is Skipsy leading, Prinz in second. He's got himself right back in there. No real surprises. Redders also, he's not pitted. Mediums there, and so he's so yeah, he's right up there in third. Of course, essentially the guys that went on to the mediums are on the exact same strategy as those who haven't pitted and started on mediums now. So it's almost like you wanted to start outside the top 10 because it's now given them track position, but of course having to defend from drivers like Yari. But the issue you've got is the fact that Skipsy and Prinz are really quick drivers. Just had really bad qualifyings. Just having a look. Yeah, I think I did get the right. I'm going to just go back and see if there's... Oh yeah. Now, I think he's been lapped. Or is having major issues. Looking at the gap, he's probably been lapped. So probably focusing a little bit too much on this. So, safety car still out. The grid's bunched up, so we can only hope that it will bring the safety car in at the end of this lap. So we've got 3 drivers on the horrible hards, and that is Nadim. I imagine they're going to try and no stop to the end, because that's the only thing that makes it anywhere near worthwhile. Or hope to God that another safety car comes out, with Benny and Maggot all on the hards, as well. Yeah, sorry. So the Alpine driver is a lap down. That's almost for certain. It's not just him glitching, which he had done. Oh, he's actually went and spun. No, he's not. He's just... Actually, I think he did, but I also think he's... Oh, God. Right. I need to see what this looks like for other drivers. If I can. Safety car in this lap, so we are going to have to pull away from it, because this is not... It's important for those drivers around them, and they're going to have to be really careful. But we need to go up to see Skipsy take this grid to the starting line. What will he do? Take it to the edge or just bolt it out the final corner? Looks like we've got yeah, taking it further still, slowly backing the field up, now going at the DRS line. There's some overtakes before the safety car, so that's going to have to be given back. I think it might have been. Let's see, as that's Yari taking a look at his teammate, I think. Yep, there we go, up the inside of his Red Bull teammate. And as that turn 3, the Williams and the McLaren actually loses out to Troy as well, making a late move, having to back out of that late, but that's out. That's out, unfortunately, for the McLaren. I don't think you can apportion blame to anyone really in that situation. Kept his nose in there and turn 4, kinda backed out of it, but then he had another car coming round as well. Is that a full safety car or just a VSC? I can see the whole track is yellow, so it's one or the other. I think it's a VSC because I don't see the safety car on the minimap. Or is it even a... I don't even think it is a safety car, I think that's a glitch. Ooh, and that's Ridder's almost losing it. He manages to keep the possession. They were definitely touching. Yeah, sorry that, I just thought it was a VSC because I'm getting a full yellow map. But it clearly isn't. Jari looking for a move on Prince is still too far away, and it's helped by the fact that Skipsy is still out there ahead. But can he get a better exit through turn 2 and turn 3? No DRS yet because the safety car's not long in. It's a slipstream effect, but it's not. Oh, it shouldn't be enough. Later braking there for Prince, and that keeps the position as Jari tries to reclaim that first spot that he's had since turn 1. Again, trying to get a better exit, but it's not going to quite work out for him. Hopefully this stupid yellow card glitch that we've got, the yellow flag glitch that we've got there now goes away. Definitely a better exit, but gets held up by the slower Prince through the exit of turn 10, so can't take advantage of it down to turn 11, even braking later than Prince in turn 11. And Skipsy got the speed to stay ahead as well, and that's Ridders. Moving on to the... Oh, that... Luckily I don't think we had that sort of big damage. But yeah, that slight move onto the racing line there. Pretty sure he probably have damaged someone else in that situation, unfortunately. Cut the end of the spin, I think, but yeah, you've got to be careful. Yari, Prince and Skipsy, not necessarily the three, especially with Skipsy and Prince, and at least at this point we'd have still thought they would battle through the middle. That safety car really helped them push to the front and be on the same strategy, and basically in second and first and second now basically on merit. Because it's the same amount of pit stops that they need to make as all those behind. Getting really close, the three of them, through turn 10. Probably, maybe a little bit of nudging. They've got DRS, all of them except from Skipsy, of course. And the Williams behind. I don't know why he's going trying to do the inside there. No, the outside there. There just wasn't going to be any room. The outside was the only way to go if there was going to be an overtake. And that's the first of the penalties, and that's for the Ferrari in 6th place. But now we watch to see, does Yari go for the move into... Oh, this time it is a virtual safety car, which does ruin Yari's chance, as both Skipsy and Prince go into the pits to take advantage of the VSC. Who was it that was off, though? It was around... It may have been Ridders. I can't be 100% sure. Troy also in the pits, or it may have been this guy who is having plenty of issues right now. But I've got more important things to look at right now. But oh, came to must have been having quite a few issues there with the Delta. Let's just get penalties up in case anybody gets a drive-through. Let's see, Skipsy's down in 8th now, Prince in 9th, and Troy in 10th. But others need to pit again, so actually they're still in an excellent position. And just expected there is going to be a drive-through, but it's for Ridders, unfortunately, who just went onto the hards. That's a big shame for him. And what we do have is Gary still under pressure, though. This time the pressure comes from behind instead of trying to get ahead of people. I'm talking about that, it's Skipsy that's still got to keep Prince behind. They're on hards now, so they're not on a good tyre at all at this point, but these are some of our top drivers, some of the best that are in the league, so they should, you would hope anyway, be able to handle the pressure and the tyre. It will have DRS because it was only a virtual safety car this time, and Skipsy under pressure, running to the line, running to turn 1, really getting side by side there. Who will break latest? It may have been Skipsy, but Prince just had the better line into turn 1 and through turn 2. Skipsy may have another go at this. Looking at it, but not quite there, and Troy just waiting to ambush any mistakes that come. Sorry for that sort of go through. These two are really close. They can take the overtake now, but there's a cheeky continuation on the throttle off the track by the Ferrari. Definitely a big mistake, but did not pay at all for the mistake. And the Merc will be trying, and the Alpine driver eventually loses connection to the session, having a lot of issues with his connection for certain. But here we go. DRS, absolute perfect speed and no challenge really. Actually, the Ferrari brakes later and manages to keep it side by side. Through turn 2 and DRS because he was technically behind. Slight touching, but that is the great fair, and I'd say fair racing, hard but fair racing that we see. Skipsy's got back pass, it's quite similar it looks like, but we just seen, and you know what, Troy's right in there too, side by side. Don't think they touched, and it's almost going to be 3 wide. It's not 3 wide, but it's still 2 wide as Troy makes the move into turn 5. That's Skipsy down to 10th. Prince making up good positions, getting through his targets at the moment. But ooh, I would like to break that for Troy, and you'll have DRS on Prince. Obviously he's not going to be close enough now, and Prince is probably the quickest driver we have here. I'm going to scoot up to see this battle. It's a 3-way battle now for P3, but that the team's already getting really good pace out of the hards. DRS he's got on the Mercedes, but Mercedes has the DRS on the Ferrari and just about gets past. Who's going to break latest? It's going to be the Ferrari. Squeezes out a bit and the team gets through, and it's a 3-second time penalty for the McLaren. Where am I going to get a breath? This is actually, considering 15 started and 2 are unfortunately out, and a bit of a, or actually quite a big mistake there from Prince, and Troy is going to get through. No, not quite. He's trying to keep it in there, and suddenly they both make it through, which is good to see. I actually thought he was way past, but it turns out that Prince just has that late braking ability to just keep it ahead. Great defensive driving from Prince. To be fair, great offensive driving as well from Troy, just not quite getting through, and Skipsy is the one behind, waiting to pick up any pieces that come his way. As you can tell, I'm taking the breath now. Final corner, this is for the podium. We'll look out from right behind all of this. Nadim looking for the move. Oh, that's some big movement from the Ferrari, but Nadim doesn't fall for it and doesn't have an accident due to it. And gets through. There was no touch, but I think the Mercedes just got a little bit squeamish from the incident. And right behind them is Troy trying once again to get past Prince. Will get the better exit, will get DRS, and using the ZRS as well, and that should be it this time. Yeah, it is. Prince in behind, and not too far away now from the Mercedes, just ahead. The issue, of course, is that yeah, I think who was it? I think it was the Ferrari got a little bit of a loose rear, caught it, but the Mercedes kind of was spooked by it and ended up falling off in sympathy, really. Don't think they touched. But yeah, the Aston Martin of Prince Keller. Oh, where's that yellow? Who is that yellow? It's I think it was Benny. Yeah, he's it where it was. Just managed to keep it at the wall. Still in 11th. Good 30 seconds behind this battle that's going on. And oh, the Ferrari in the pits. Now, was that a planned pit stop? If he goes in hards, and yeah, that was a planned pit stop. In my opinion, not a very good strategy. You just keep those go. Oh, that's the Martin Prince nearly into the back of the Alfa Romeo Troy. Much later braking, but yeah, you'd yeah, sorry, but if you went mediums already, you just drag them that little bit far. He started on mediums, so didn't he? So he had to make a choice of whether he had to go to hards. That's why. Use your noggin. Yeah, he had. No, hold on. No, he didn't. Unless he done medium. I can't remember now. There's been so much happening. Particularly between these three, Troy, Prince Keller and Skipsy, having an absolute belter of a race here. Yari just enjoying himself up in the lead. And gapping the Williams behind, but if we look to the gap to the leader, went the wrong way, didn't I? I'm using the wrong pit. That's actually why. He still comes out ahead of this battle by quite some margin. Actually, it'll be about, well, maybe not quite some margin, but it'll be a few seconds ahead of that battle, I think, when he comes out of his pit stop. So, yeah, and with fresher, probably medium tyres. So yeah, I'm sure he's not going to be crying, and it'll be a good job for Yari. But these guys battling is what's going to help them just pull away. But are they pulling? Are they? Because these guys are actually catching the Merc ahead as well. So this is very soon going to become a four-way battle for what is 6th place at the moment. So yeah, all the people that were kind of involved in the battle for that third have kind of fallen by the wayside, and the McLaren sorry, the McLaren Nadim, he's done a good job. Just keep an eye on this battle, but obviously we've got what's going up there. So the Nadim doing a good job. He's kept obviously the Merc having its own issues, and Fast for You. He pitted onto the new hards, so he's a bit further back behind this battle. 10 seconds behind this battle, but closing in, but not really quickly. And the gaps here are now getting too big, but of course with the double DRS that Prince is going to get, he won't ever go into turn 1, nowhere near close enough. Look how much he closes under braking though. If he's just closer, seriously, just at about, what, 2/10 closer, he'd probably be able to make a dive bomb work without doing anything too stupid, which is amazing when you can put not too stupid and dive bomb in the same sentence and it actually makes sense. But his power under braking is just crazy, how quickly he can get it slowed down as compared to Troy ahead of him. Maybe just that bit of a difference between C1 and C2, C3, maybe come in and show that. But in fairness, Troy is the one ahead, and Prince isn't able to be close enough to get the move done. It is the closest battle. Skipsy just falling out of the DRS zone now, so he's not getting them dragging him along. Although what we have got is the Ferrari of Fast for You actually starting to fall back instead of keep close, which he was doing. He was closing in. He seems to have actually lost time this lap. So again, it's about the same gap. He's just not going to be close enough, but he closes in so much and takes about 3/10 out of him under braking. But he was 4/10 behind, so makes about 3/10 up on the straight, 3/10 under braking, still a 10th behind. So that's not any good. And of course he needs to make sure that if he's close enough to make that move stick, that Troy is aware that that move is about to be made. One thing Prince won't want to happen, knowing that, or I say knowing, but expecting, I would think, those that are on the mediums anyway ahead to pit, he'd be hoping to catch him. But here's the thing, they actually, and Skipsy's lost about a second. I didn't even notice this, but Skipsy's lost about a second after falling out of the DRS. So really he was getting dragged along by these two in the DRS, and now he's out of it. He's going to start falling into the clutches of his teammate, although actually he's not. And there we go, this is the important thing. You are in the pits. Where will he come out? Prince is actually a lot closer as well. Maggot's through. Ivan will go through as well. Troy, oh there you go, that was really close actually. Prince still not close enough, but you are making it work. He's ahead of these two battling, well ahead of Skipsy, who's not falling away as much as a second, just half a second this time. But weirdly enough, not losing ground to his teammate behind at all. He's just not got the same pace as... Oh no, there's Troy round, and keeps out of the barrier. At least that. But that allows Prince to take the position. That was a good job to keep it out the barrier as wow. As Gary just sends it up in turn 9 and gets the move done. What a move. As he chases after Andre Ivan. I was going to say that Prince and Troy had really closed in on these lot ahead quite quickly and are now going to have a chance. Troy keeping out the barrier was very good for him because it allows him to keep going, not have to pit again. The issue of course he's going to have is Oh, there we go. Andre Ivan's going at the pits. So yeah, Prinz. Yeah, Prinz is going to feel confident now, I think, and will be feeling confident going to the end. So skip the Troy. I think Troy's going to be too far behind, but a wee bit of a switch to get a better run through turn 2, turn 3, and oh, Benny's out. I think Troy got that move done before? No, he's decided to give it back. The game might say otherwise. Yeah, the game does say otherwise. Troy did get through before the safety car was deployed. So, oh no. So yeah, I think he can rightfully keep that position. But unfortunately for Benny Mac, he's out of this race, and we've got a full safety car. Now, Ridder's into the pits. Softs? Andre Ivans went softs. No, Ridders goes mediums. I would have went softs, because they can do 9 laps. It's not F1 2020. The softs can do more laps than what you think. And the mediums certainly can as well. Let's see. That does absolutely save Troy, by the way. The safety car after his spin only cost him a few seconds. So Nadeem in the pits, the Williams in the pits as well. Maggot's going to be double stacking. They're onto softs. See, there you go, softs. Yeah, he's going to keep going. He's only just changed onto mediums. Understandable, but that could put his win that is basically in the ball. Yep, there we go. Softs here as well. Prinz, softs. Let's try onto softs. The other Ferrari onto the softs. Andre Ivans. Yeah, he pitted earlier actually, so he was on the softs. Ridder's made a mistake, and this guy's not been in the lobby for a bit, from what I understand. But yeah, Ridder's definitely made a mistake there, going on to the mediums. Luckily it's behind the safety car, so maybe he'll click on and realise that he can just pit and put on the softs now. Does he realise it? Nope, he's going to keep going on mediums and be outdone by everyone else in speed. Which is a shame, really. This was a chance to get himself back in the race, and those mediums were not the right choice. The softs will easily do the... what? We would have easily done the 9, it's now 8, it will be 7 because it's now everyone's caught up. It'll be very easy for the softs. Yeah, this is going to be a tough defence for this victory now, and I'm sure it'll be fun to watch, and I'm sure he's definitely up to the challenge. I'm absolutely sure of that. And yeah, Ridders could still make the choice of coming in. People are waiting on him though, so it would be nice if he could get a little bit of a move on. He's the only car off the back, and to be fair, I don't actually think the game will wait. No, what? What is he doing? That's all I've got to ask. Right. This is who we're waiting on. The Red Bull of Ridders. Yari up in the lead. I guess the least laps behind the safety car, the better. Possibly. Well, I don't really think so. Because, like I said, the softs will last regardless, and There's this coming. He's definitely decided that the mediums are the better tyre. Maybe he thinks he's outsmarted them all. Maybe he has. We'll find out. Although I'm not saying expect carnage, but this is a safety car period that is about to come to an end at the beginning of lap 23 of 29. So I'm expecting some fireworks and I'm looking forward to it. So let's see who can come out on top in this race. Will it be Yari holding on those mediums? Safety car still isn't actually coming in. Maybe it is and I've dismissed the thing, because there's the backup. Yari, but he needs to defend from who has been really quick, Dam, and who has been really consistent, the Williams behind him as well. So consistency versus speed versus not the right tyre to technically be on at this moment. Let's see which one pays out. Right now Yari manages to get a good launch off this start, so I don't think any positions are getting taken. There's reasonable gaps, and you got the two teammates actually of Andre Ivan and that. You got the disconnected car in between them, and that helps Troy get through, and it really screws Andre Ivan, who spins in turn 4's curb and is out of the race. The Ferrari gets caught up on it. It's a 5-second penalty. You got the disconnected car as well. Is that another safety car? Not yet. So there you go. That's your problems with people with unfortunate issues with connection. Someone else was Ridders involved in that? I'm not sure. Didn't necessarily catch all of it, but no, it was Skipsy that I seen get overtook Andre Ivan as well. And where I seen the spin was Andre Ivan on the curb and spinning it round, and someone behind not noticing it coming and goes right into the back of him. So no safety car for that. That's pretty amazing. But we've got the top, what is it, basically 8 there, and then yeah, they're all connected except from the ones that were caught up in that incident, and that was the Ferrari, the Red Bull of Ridders, so yeah, and of course the disconnected car. Ridders only lost time rather than getting damaged, which was lucky for him. So there we go, Prince on what he hopes to be a rampage, but with it all being in one line and everybody being so close, he's gonna find it difficult to get the overspeed that he needs to get past the Mercedes in front. Now, it's not the Mercedes in front that's actually anything to worry about, as he's got 3 seconds of penalties, but it's getting past Maggot after him, the Deem. Basically Prince probably thought this was a chance to go and try and win the race. That's how you avoid the penalty. Yep, you're right. But anyway, the ERS now he's not actually engaging ERS, he's saving it. He's not got many laps to go to be saving it. Let's see, everyone just in that DRS train, and Yai still has the pace. He really does have the pace to keep them behind, at least at the moment. Does Nadeem have the pace to get through in turn 4? He's not close enough, so you'll have to wait in line. Skipsy already starting to kind of drop off the back of it. Oh, and I don't know what's happened there, sorry. Oh! Skipsy round VSC. For some reason he's ghosted, but Ridders manages to get through. Oh no, he doesn't manage to get through. because it's a full safety car. Hold on, it just got upgraded to a full safety car with only a few laps to go. But I'm not sure what happened with the Mercedes. Obviously he was ahead of Prince. Prince doesn't seem to have any damage. I don't know if they've had a collision or he spun. Kinda missed that part. But another safety car. So yeah, those that took a lot of fuel out at the beginning of the race will be pretty happy that they started with low fuel. Unfortunately, those that started with a high amount of fuel will be sitting on I can't even can't even think of something to say. A hippo, maybe? I don't know. Something massive that weighs you down. My stomach, maybe. Anyway, still leading though for this, the third safety car is Yai. And he must be really enjoying it, actually. The fact that this safety car is out gives him a really good chance. That he already had a good chance, he had track position, but it now gives him a really good chance because the mediums are still a good tyre, the softs are still quicker at this point, no doubts about it. But at this point, they might get DRS on the last lap, but he's managed to deal with that already, and it just keeps his tyres even better. Does it with the softs as well, of course, but he gets a good launch off this safety car restart. I think, yeah, he's got it won. There we go. There's your commentator's curse. Do not make it a commentator's curse, okay? I know I'll get blamed for it now, so don't do it. Also, it's kind of saved those that were involved, other than poor Andre Ivan, who DNF'd due to it. It saved those involved in the restart turn 4 incident. What I would say is it's good to see that the disconnected lagging car is way out at the back and therefore shouldn't be involved in anything now. It's another lap behind the safety car, so we'll start lap 27. So we'll only have 28 and 29. There'll be no more DRS for this race. Another massive help for Yari. Although I was absolutely correct to expect carnage at the restart last time, with 6-7 laps ago, I expect even more with only 2 laps to go. He'll catch up now. I don't even know when this thing will catch up, but who really cares? So there we go. Should be safety car in this lap now. For those who think the safety car can't come in, it can't be out in lap 28 or 29, it can. I've seen it happen. It actually can come out on lap 27 as well and only give you 1 lap of 29. I've seen that happen too, so the game has changed things up a little bit. I still don't think you can finish the race behind the safety car, which is a good thing for us. We don't want to see it end the procession. Might end as a procession anyway with no DRS, but well, we'll see what the Williams driver has in store for Yari and Nadim and Maggot as well, the other Williams driver. Prince. Safety car in this lap, no real surprise, whole batch grid together, and about to start lap 28 of 29. This is going to be what is known as a sprint finish. Turned in obviously Azerbaijan in real life. Can't believe that actually happened, but we're going to have one of our own. Here we go. He's taking it off quite early this time. Does the draft for the Williams driver help? It might a bit. Is he going to be close enough? No, not quite. Not there at all. But Skipsy making a move and yeah, he had to back out a bit. He had a bad angle, but it's Ridders again, and the Ferrari Maggots round as well. 3 cars. It's not yeah. So Ridders, Maggot, and that Ferrari as well, all round at turn 1. Let's get back up here. It's the top 4 and Troy as well. That was bad for those 4 drivers. Ritter's just not able to stay out of the trouble that keeps coming his way. Maggot, who was in 4th, having an issue, and yeah, that's some bad luck there. So it's only this top 6 that are kinda still in it. Prince up in 4th. Now he'll be looking for that podium. None of these drivers at the front have penalties, so they'll be looking for a good final lap, or the end of this penultimate lap as well. Is Williams going to be close enough? Let's see. Half a second behind. 6/10 it will be. Almost coming through. No DRS. Full ERS. May as well use the whole thing. But it's not going to be close enough. Yari's got it for turn 1. Anybody going to be close enough behind? Not quite. Turn 4 is going to be where mayhem might happen again, but Yari gets a good exit, and I think he's just won the race. Just keeps it clean and he's got it done. Prince will not want to settle for 4th. He want that podium. He has had some great racing this race, particularly with Troy and Skipsy, who are right behind him. So they ended up sticking together this race. In fact, Troy's still like within what would be a DRS zone, but there's no DRS because of the late safety car. Final lap, of course, we're on here. Can anybody get close enough to make any heroics? Be careful with the heroics though, because it won't exactly pay well if you accidentally damage your car or damage someone else's. Maggot had to pit. I think he'll not be happy for whatever happened. Just a couple of tenths in it. It might be a run to the line for third and second, but not for Yari, who's going to take the win here at Bahrain. Not close enough for Nadim, and Prince comes in 4th, not getting it either. Troy in 5th, he'll enjoy that from his reserve drive. Skipsy 6th. Fast for you comes along in 7th. The Ridder's also involved in an incident, but hey, for a reserve as well. Good job. Maggot will be a little bit miffed, I'm sure. Not sure exactly what happened. I thought Ridders would have been able to stay close enough to the Ferrari, but no. Just 3/10, bits out in 7th. Because of the penalty. Obviously lagger here. So it's Maggot in the Williams, who was sitting pretty in 4th when the safety car came in. But after turn 1 he was sitting down in 9th and effectively last of the finishers. But your winner, the Red Bull of Yari tonight. Managing to hold off a queue of soft runners at the end of that race to take victory. Prince, after a horrid qualifying, finishing 4th, gets driver of the day. I think well deserved, and what battles he was involved in. Do you know what? Others deserving of that as well. Probably Troy, who he was battling with, who only finished a second behind. Well, there's your celebrations. There's Holland, Turkey and South Africa showing on the podium. and it's Red Bull, Williams and McLaren. It's a good start for the constructors, for those guys, as well as their championship, their individual championships. So Yari takes the win, 49 minutes the race, with only a few seconds separating. Late safety car does that, of course. Williams driver of, I'm really sorry, Bracken. Anyway, Williams driver in second, Nadim third, Prinz finishes fourth, fastest lap for Troy with a 1:27.3. The Alfa Romeo started on pole though, so might be a bit disappointed. Skipsy sixth, fast for you seventh, Redders 8th, Maggot 9th, and obviously Glitch Car 10th. Not finishing, well, you can see are not finishers behind that as well. Definitely some disappointments out there, but I'd say we just had a very good start to the C1 season here in RLH. Hopefully next week we'll have more full-on drivers, C1 drivers. But we can, and we'll be able to have, like I said, more C1 drivers, and not have so many reserves. All the reserves, in fairness, put on a good show in themselves. Well, it was an absolute blast to see this race and the return of league racing here, and I hope to see you all again next week, when we will continue the season for the second race. Let me just remind myself where that is so I can here we go. Oh yes, there we go. Another great overtaking track, another track where we might see some incident too. It's Austria next time around, the Red Bull Ring. Can Red Bull make it another victory in the hands of Yari? We'll find out next week, and I hope to see you there.